Follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Good to have you on board. We're live in downtown Vegas. Circa Resort and Casino is the spot. Mitch Moss, Pauly Howard here on a Monday after the final regular season weekend of the National Football League. Coming up in this hour, I'll tell you about another coach that probably needs to get fired. We will go over something that has been a great proposition for several years now when it comes to betting one specific future back in the preseason. Yep. Another cash cow again this year.
You got it. Surprised I texted you last night that Stafford was $1.50 to win the MVP?
No, I saw it.
Uh-huh.
I watched it happen. No, he's the rightful favorite now. He never should have drifted out to where he was.
Drake May got to $7.50 during that Monday night game. The other thing is, like, if you're running a sports book, should you be doing this? Hey, I got Drake May 3-4 to 1 in pocket. Oh, now I have Stafford 4 to 1 in pocket. Now I got the swings are outrageous.
They also copy and paste, so it's on them.
Yeah, fair.
When one book puts May at 750, other books are like, oh, you got to put him at 650, whatever. Great time, I think, to capitalize on that. So
it hasn't made sense the last couple months what they've done with these awards markets and the MVP.
I saw this after the game yesterday. Stafford this year led the league in passing yards, passing touchdowns, and TD to INT ratio. The last quarterback to do that was Tom Brady in 2007, the undefeated Pats with Randy Moss. Only two quarterbacks in the last 50 years to do it.
Best offense I've ever seen.
So he has that.
Yep.
Also, here's a tweet from Nick Guthrie. Quarterbacks who led the league with 46-plus passing touchdowns since 2000. Peyton Manning had 49 in 04. Tom Brady had 50 in 07. Breeze had 46. Rodgers had 45. More on that in a second. Peyton had 55 in 2013. Mahomes had 50 in 2018. Rodgers 48 in 2020. Stafford 46 this year. Every other quarterback that ever did that, other than Drew Brees, won the MVP. Rodgers won it that year with 45 because that was basically, other than Tom Brady's year, the best quarterback year anybody's ever had. And he led the league in every single stat category. He never played week 17 back then.
Should Stafford be higher? Better resume.
I actually think yes.
Stronger schedule.
Yeah.
May has the worst loss.
The schedule has to factor into it.
The schedule's huge. But 5 seed. Does winning the division, right?
No.
That's the one thing that would give me pause, though.
In terms of what voters might look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which he can't control, but 5 seed.
There's also Drake May is in his second year, and Matthew Stafford is at the end of the line here, potentially.
Bingo. I like it.
Career achievement.
They did that to Wembanyama when they got us a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Well, he's young. He's going to win so many of these defensive
Don't have to give it to
player
him
of the
this
years.
year.
Right. That's absolutely. I'm not saying that's right, but that's also very important. I could see him doing that. Lifetime achievement. All those years he suffered in Detroit. Super Bowl. Great year with the Rams. May's got all this time to win multiple MVPs.
Yeah.
I could absolutely see him doing that on the way out the door. And this could be it for him, too.
Now, so I do believe there's another market that you can capitalize on right now. I just have difficulty trying to isolate the player to bet on, although I think I may have found a guy. Because Ted McMillan is minus 1,000 or higher to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I don't get this at all.
Nobody does, right?
No, nobody wants the award, but this doesn't make any sense.
No.
And it was just sitting there for Henderson, who could have had 4 touchdowns. He had, 2 touchdowns and 50 yards doesn't move the needle? Mm-hmm. But if a wide receiver has 50 yards and oh, wow. Goes up to the big favorite. The OPI call was egregious, atrocious, awful. I know. That was terrible. But he had the big catch on 4th and 8. But I just, you look, he had 2 100-yard games.
I know. He ended up with 70 catches, went over 1,000 yards, but basically 2 good games, solid games the entire year. I guess the comeback is going to be, well, who else had a lot of good games this year? My response, I think, would be Jackson Dart, because he does have better numbers now than Tyler Shuck, and Shuck drifted out there, and I think there's too much anti-Tyler Shuck stuff in the media right now. I think from some of those who have votes, actually, to think that he's going to win the award. To me, this is right now, Ted McMillan being priced at this number feels like Jackson Merrill to win the National League Rookie of the Year a couple of years ago. When he got to minus 1,000, minus 1,200, like, I'm not so sure about that. And bets just keep coming in on Paul Skeens. And eventually Paul Skeens won the award. But I think Dart's the guy. I took some. Always pay attention to Kelce, by the way.
Yep.
They keep the numbers up pretty much the entire time. The only time they did not have the MVP up was right after the Falcons game and then the next morning. Other than that, in these games, they have them up all the time.
I can't believe some of the stuff that you were telling me. People were betting big money on what characters would die in Stranger Things finale.
Yeah, I think that was on Pauly Market.
Was it? Okay.
I think so.
They got it right. I mean,
they did?
Yeah.
I didn't watch the
that
show.
information is out there, though.
Okay, yeah, right.
I mean, they've already shot the damn thing. It's a wrap. People have inside information on that.
Sure. And so Dart did actually have, when you look at the numbers again, played more games and had pretty much better numbers across the board than Shuck. And a couple things here. Dan Orlovsky has a vote, tweeted out earlier today, absolutely in the Rookie of the Year conversation, should be anyway. And you can never underestimate the importance for a player who plays in New York. That can always be a thing. It was, in fact, 2 years ago. I'm absolutely convinced the only reason why Sauce Gardner won Defensive Rookie of the Year is because he was a Jet.
Mm-hmm.
Because Reek Woolen for Seattle had better numbers across the board. And I got robbed on that one, and I'm still bitter about it. But I always said if you flipped them, if Reek Woolen played in New York and Sauce Gardner was a member of the Seahawks, Sauce Gardner would have never sniffed that award. So I think that might be that angle. Dart's my guy. I took a little around 12-1 in addition to what I had him on in the preseason. Do you think Henderson's done? No prayer?
To overcome? I wouldn't say that. No. I think Shuck would have won if they would have won that game. If we'd have brought him back from behind to come back and win, but the interception was huge there.
I had to walk away from our crowd yesterday for an hour and a half. I was telling our buddy Doug Kazarian, I was watching that game closely. Shuck made so many pretty passes yesterday, and he put the ball where only his teammate, and by the way, he's down like everybody on the team, but he put the ball where only his teammate had a chance at catching the ball, even on incompletions. And I'm telling you, within 5 seconds, he threw that bad INT. I got up and I walked away.
Yeah.
I got out of there for like 90 minutes. I'm like, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah, they got the money, though. Took him down the field and got the touchdown.
That's right.
The beautiful one-handed catch. My takeaway is you can't have these massive swings and moves every single game.
That's right.
And why does Ben Johnson go out to 60-1? Why does Shanahan, and it's just a love fest and mutual admiration society with Buck and Aikman, and they lose the game after they're playing for the 1 seed, and he drops to 300-1. Mm-hmm. He was 2-1 before the game.
That's right.
It doesn't make any sense.
He was the short shot at FanDuel before the game started. And then I was watching that throughout the game. Did you know that when McCaffrey dropped that pass, which resulted in an interception, if they scored there and kicked the extra point, it's 13-10 in the game. Shanahan went all the way from where he was to 22-1 to win Coach of the Year, and now he's sitting at 300-1, and they were playing for the 1 seed. Here's a question. Why does it impact him to win Coach of the Year, but Christian McCaffrey is still 88% to win Comeback Player of the Year, and Trevor Lawrence is like 5 or 10-1? How come McCaffrey didn't get dinged more for? That's on him. That's not on Shanahan.
Yeah.
That really bothers me. Mm-hmm. And maybe, here's the deal. Like, no books have it up in Nevada. If they did, like Shanahan 300-1 when there was a huge push from the media before that game, like he's got to be the guy. Doesn't that seem like, based on one result now, he can't win? Isn't that an overreaction? I think it is.
I don't get the Vrabel stuff either. $4? Again, you were favored in 11 games with the look-ahead lines before the season started.
Well, who
thought Jacksonville was going to be good?
That's the thing. Why should Vrabel be where he's at right now compared to Liam Cohen? Like you everything that you can throw at me with Vrabel, you can probably come back over the top and say, well, Cohen's actually did a better job. And here's why. Because the schedule was not nearly as easy as New England's.
I also can't give you credit because the guy before you was terrible.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, how bad, poorly coached the Patriots were last year.
Mm-hmm. Now, I've actually seen some people make the case that another market to make a bet on would be Offensive Player of the Year. I'm not saying that I agree with it, and that player would be Puka Nacua. 10 more catches than JSN. He had 80 fewer yards.
Well, and they're saying 13-1's worth of nibble.
Yes. And a couple of reasons why.
Okay.
When you include the rushing touchdown, he had more touchdowns than JSN. 10 more catches, slightly fewer yards, but he also played a game and a half less than what JSN did. Again, I'm not saying that I agree with it. I'm just telling you that I've heard people make this case.
Well, my comeback is what if JSN had Stafford? I mean, you saw it Saturday night. Look at some of these throws are way the hell out here. He's got to bring them in. You know?
Yeah, but some of the catches by Nakua were unbelievable, though.
No, he scored. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. I wish it was closer than what it is, because I would actually want to make a bet on JSN, to be honest. But that number is unbettable in my opinion. Because I think maybe there's a slight chance Nakua wins, but I'm not interested in either one of those numbers, to be honest. And another one, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Schlesinger was a monstrous favorite before he missed the game yesterday. He didn't play because of an injury. Pierce for Atlanta, again in the game against Shuck, he had back, and I'm on my app looking at the odds when this happened. He had back-to-back sacks at one point of the game. He dropped from 20-1 to 9-1, and now he's plus 370, and he's going to have the mainstream numbers that might appeal to voters who only pay attention to this stuff. Some of them might only look at this at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And they never kept like a running tally or who would be my guy at this point throughout the season.
Okay. There'll be a surprise. Again, a couple years ago, mid to early December, Sirianni was $4 to win Coach of the Year. He wasn't even a finalist.
Yeah, I don't think all these odds-on favorites are going to win. I think there might be a surprise. I would not be shocked at all if it's going to be like Dart or somebody else for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
You can't fall over if Ben Johnson wins it.
No.
You can't.
No. Up next, more on that. On a coach who hasn't been fired, probably needs to be. 3 teams had a fumble return, touchdown, and a pick six in the same game. All 3 came against the same team. This dude needs to go. That's next here on VSiN.
So you're listening to this podcast because you want an edge. But what if I told you you're only halfway there? You've got the mindset. Now it's time to get the toolkit to match. Here's the thing. Pro bettors spend thousands on data and tools, but what they don't want you to know is you can get the same edge for a fraction of the cost with VSiN Pro. With VSiN Pro, you get access to expert picks, public betting data, prop projections, powerful tools, analytics, and more. Tap the link in the description and see why thousands of bettors are already using VSiN Pro to cash more bets.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
This is absolutely remarkable. I was stunned when I saw this tweet come across on the account yesterday. Hat tip to John Breach, who noticed this. There have only been 3 teams this season with the fumble return touchdown and a pick six in the same game. It happened in Week 3 by Minnesota. It happened in Week 11 by Pittsburgh, and it happened yesterday by the Browns. All 3 came against the Bengals. All 3. And we talked to Warren Sharp last hour. If you missed it, you can always go back and listen to the Follow the Money podcast. His numbers on this guy, Zach Taylor, being the head coach without Joe Burrow, you reference it again, 9-30 when he doesn't play. 9-30. And Warren called them the Cincinnati Joe Burrows, not the Cincinnati Bengals. Why is Zach Taylor a good coach? Why is he in charge of this team? Is it because they have terrible ownership? Think about Ohio State is like the premier college football program in the country, and yet the 2 NFL organizations in that state just get it wrong so often it's alarming. I guess you can't have the best of both worlds, huh? That's a
terrible press conference he had to cry about that.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, the officials didn't tell us they were going to do that, and the league didn't tell us. Like other people pointed out who cover the league. You were down 3 scores against Baltimore, and you punted on the game, that home game when you got shut out. You're out of it anyways. The season's over. Come on. Much like when,
to me, the most worthless stat ever, basically, in this sport is the quarterback record. Hey, this quarterback is 41-12. Team game. No, he's not. Knock it off. I can't believe people actually keep those records. But also a coach getting credit for making a Super Bowl run. Oh, Super Bowl coach, man. You can't knock the guy. Yeah, you can. Doesn't really mean much in his case, in my opinion.
No.
I don't give him any credit for that Super Bowl run.
Yep. How many potential bad Super Bowl matchups are there or you don't want to see? Because you made the case for Philly. You could say Philly, Pittsburgh, Carolina, Denver, Green Bay, and Houston will be bad for props.
I think Philadelphia, to me, takes the cake. Because of, first of all, I have a little Philly fatigue. Like you were gassed out on the Chiefs now. I am as well. But also,
chiefed out, as Russo would say.
Yeah. So I just like the offense has been a disaster all year long.
Uh-huh.
Now, if they could get to the Super Bowl by winning 13-10 games.
Did you
I
watch
don't want
that Broncos game? I mean, they are tough to take. It's especially when they're playing a bad team.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I actually think that if you told me right now, again, to me the number is not bettable. I would need more than this. But if you told me the Steelers actually made the Super Bowl with the path that they would have to go through, well, something's going right then. Mm-hmm. And that probably means that Rodgers is playing like he did last night. And it's not just the defense, because the defense is actually not that great. So they're probably humming at that point. I would actually take Pittsburgh.
Wow, okay.
I would certainly take Buffalo, although I don't like them this week.
Some interesting divisional round matchups. You could have Bills at Denver, Houston at New England. You could have Philly at Chicago, Rams at Seattle round 3. You could have San Francisco at Seattle round 3 with this is my favorite. San Francisco at Seattle, Rams at Chicago.
Oh, that'd be very good. Although, do we want to see the Rams play in Seattle the second round of the playoffs?
Well, either way, the Niners. I think it's egregious what the league has done here. Mm-hmm. Even the Niners.
So, if we get Buffalo at Denver in the divisional round, make a point spread on that. That means Buffalo.
What do they do? What's the Jacksonville score?
Well, they just went there and
won by 3?
24-20.
24-20.
Good game overall.
Boy.
Josh Allen favored going to Denver?
No. Denver small favorite.
I wonder how people would bet that game.
Houston is a tough matchup for New England, though.
That pass rush. Yeah, I would agree with that.
You got guys back on the O-line, but still.
See, I think
I'm worried about Houston a little bit, too, because how they played down the stretch defensively, and also what Stingley said. It's like, well, we've just treated this as playoff games for 9 in a row. Yeah. What are you going to win 14 games in a row to close the season?
But I would reverse it, though, and say, Paul, if they actually come out of the AFC, to me, that's a super sexy Super Bowl, because they might not necessarily be winning low-scoring games. And I think there's an angle here where Stroud can actually get humming with the passing attack. And that, to me, would be kind of fun to watch.
I don't see that happening.
With a healthy Nico Collins?
Yeah.
Oh, I could see it happening for sure.
Yeah.
So their defense is going to carry the day, low-scoring games. That's how they would win the AFC.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure.
Similar to the Buffalo game.
I think Stroud could get it going.
To take out the first 2 drives against the Chargers, the blown coverages, how they won that game.
Do you want to see the Chargers make the Super Bowl or the Patriots?
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people like, come on, Brady retires and now they get another star quarterback. Mm-hmm. I'd be okay with the Patriots. I'd be Chargers.
I would much rather have the Chargers than the Patriots. To me, the worst Super Bowl imaginable would be Philadelphia, New England.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a terrible game, awful game. That would suck, quite frankly.
Bills. How about give me some crazy Rams, Bills.
Phenomenal.
Bills, Bears.
Sure.
Yeah.
Rams, Jacksonville. I know we had it already. But people forget Jacksonville was living across the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
They just couldn't convert. Well, Carolina making it 2 would be pretty bad. But think again, what would they be playing like come Super Bowl time? I don't know. The way the Niners defense is, probably be a super high-scoring game. If they could get by these teams in the NFC, the Bears would be wild with that fan base getting here.
Bears Bills is something.
Oh, Bears Bills is the absolute nuts. I can't lie. Can't deny that.
Only 3 playoff appearances in 20 years for the Bears? How bad it's been? Mm-hmm. The double doink, the Cutler game. It's been a while.
Wait. So, they made the Super Bowl in 2006.
Since then. Yeah.
So that'd be, including that year, be the 4th one.
Since then, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Chargers 3 playoff wins since the 2007 AFC title game.
What would Green Bay look like if they made the Super Bowl? This is a tweet from Michael Harrison.
I don't know.
Packers, he's betting this. Packers to lose in the championship game is plus 750. You can bet stage of elimination.
Yeah.
He said they are totally capable of beating the Bears. I would agree. Yes. And the Seahawks, and then losing to the Rams or the Eagles. In fact, as a fan, I expect it.
Okay.
Also, he thinks the number, Texans, Eagles, the exacta 35-1 is not bad.
Now, that is an ugly Super Bowl.
Pretty much.
Wow. This is good from our guy on X, Sports Odds History. He does a good job tracking everything in futures. This is all these alt lines, how high you can go in any direction at MGM in the summer. Seattle over 13.5 wins, 15-1. 12.5, 9-1. 11.5, 6-1. Arizona under 3.5, 13-1. 4.5, 9-1. Patriots over 13.5, 13-1. Over 12.5 plus 650.
Damn.
Jacksonville over 12.5, 10-1. Over 11.5 plus 650. Kansas City under 6.5, 10-1.
That's it? I would have needed a better number than that
Okay.
to intrigue me.
Denver over 13.5, 9-1. Washington under 5.5 plus 825.
Damn, okay.
Raiders under 3.5 plus 650. Jets, same. Baltimore under 8.5, 5-1. Cincinnati under 6.5, 5-1.
Who are the
That is good.
biggest regression candidates for next year
Bears.
as a playoff team? Bears would be number one.
Yeah, I
And
mean, that's simple. 33 takeaways plus 22 turnover differential.
and my guess would be also the Patriots. Because they're
The
going to
schedule?
they're going to have a first place schedule now next year, yeah. And plus they just won 14 games, so that's pretty easy to see. Hey, they could still win 10, 11 games and be a playoff team, but that's coming back to the pack pretty good. I wonder about the Niners. I have no idea what to expect from that team next year. Just based on how many guys were out this year and could next year be the season of the Niners. But it also feels like we say this every single year with San Francisco, and that is, hey, they can't possibly be that injured again this year. Well, they are every year. Jacksonville would probably be a candidate because they won so many games this year. Year one of the head coach.
Well, yeah, Indy gets Dimes back. They were 8-2 when he got hurt. Washington will be sexy. 5-2. They get 5-12
uptick.
season, yes.
I think the Saints are going to be a sexy divisional pick next year.
Man, I want to see what Atlanta does with GM and coach. I mean, to think that game meant we thought nothing at the time, but that loss against the Jets was huge, it turned out. Because they would have gone 9-8. You couldn't beat the stinking Jets and gave up 2 special teams touchdowns. Come on.
How about this tweet from OptaStats on X? There have been more than 60,000 field goal attempts in NFL history. Tyler Loop's miss last night is the only one of those attempts that came as time expired in the fourth quarter in the final week with both teams' playoff hopes resting solely on the result of that kick.
I don't believe that. How can that be?
Pretty crazy.
Wow.
And again, I can't believe Harbaugh settled for that. I don't know. Am I the Lone Ranger on that?
Yeah, I can't believe they couldn't stop the old man twice. Take the lead, give it up. Take the lead, give it up. Oh, no, blocked extra point. Here we go. Right there for us. New kicker. He's had a great year. Only missed from outside of 50, from 44. No. Priest comes out with his voodoo, with holy water.
I was screaming at the house last night when he made that decision. I could not believe what he was doing. All right. There is a lot of time and energy wrapped up into betting this specific future, this market, to the tune of 88 bets in all, but it was a winner yet again, more than 20 units to be exact. I'll give you the details on that next here and Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
This is something that we go over. We have now the last couple of years. There's a lot of time, energy, focus, money that goes into it. It's from our buddy, friend of the show, Chris Earl. He does this every single year. He bets, and he doesn't bet them blindly, but he finds as many receiving yard props for the full season that he can get his hands on. And that's at every book that he has access to. And then he'll find the best number on that player and bet the under. Does it every single year. Has since, I think, we got legalized betting back in 2018 around that number. So think about this. It was 56-29 to the under going into yesterday with 3 toss-ups. DK Metcalf's suspension helped. Nico Collins needed 34 yards to go over. Well, they sat him before the game. The final record on the year was 58-30 to the under out of 88 bets that he placed.
Did you bet Colts in play? No, seeing the Jacksonville score, the Collins news?
No,
I didn't see them pulling Stroud that early.
Neither did I.
Then they moved the ball at will, and they still had the lead at halftime.
I was so upset that I did not have the exact result of the game. Texans halftime,
Yes,
Colts
time.
full game, that I couldn't get involved.
Yeah. That sucked.
Hollywood Brown needed 28 yards yesterday to go over. He had a 51-yard bomb late that gave him 64. Otherwise, it would have been 59 and 29.
Thanks to Bouchel.
Yeah. So 28 props over 500 here. He started with a little bit shy of 10 grand. He cleared 23.1 units. And it's a winner every single year. You got the suspension from DK Metcalf. That helped.
Yep.
You get a ton of injuries. You get bad quarterback play. You might have injuries to the quarterback. But that's his angle. He loves to do it. And why not? Because this time of year, he's cashing out in a big way. I love the fact that he found it and is so dedicated to the craft. I also tweeted this out earlier today. What is your favorite or best NFL future to make now that the playoffs are set? Could be a conference number, Super Bowl exacta, a team's path, whatever. A lot of responses to this. How about this? This is a good one from Brian. Rashid Shaheed MVP 130 to 1.
Oh,
He scores on kicks.
yes, he does.
And catches.
Okay.
And they only have to win 2 games to get there.
Yeah. Okay.
This is from NFL Ref Stats. This is a Twitter account, works with Warren Sharp. Rams to beat Jacksonville.
What's Cam Little MVP?
You know what? Come game time, he'll be 400 to 1. Because a couple of years ago, I was betting Harrison Butker to win, and he was potentially going to be the winner until Mahomes got
Get the right matchup.
scorching hot late. Yeah.
Jags, Eagles, 2016, something. I know.
I would also look at Fairbairn for sure.
Yeah.
Because there's an angle here. If
He
that
had
team could
6
come
of
out of
them.
that team could come out of the NFC and they might win a game 22 to 20, and he might have 5 field goals.
Yep.
So he'd be another guy to look at. Chris has a couple of Super Bowl exactas. Chicago, New England, 84 to 1 on December 2nd. And I got a lot of people saying Rams, Chargers. Exacta. That was more than 150 to 1 before the preseason started. Do the Chargers have a path? Like, I think they can beat New England, but are they good enough to come out of...
they're only a 3.5-point dog.
Yeah.
They can win that game. Herbert can have a big game and pick them apart. They don't have a good defense, and he's gonna have time to throw.
Now, this goes back again to the summertime, but Eric got a matchup, an exacta matchup at 150 to 1 on the Broncos-Rams.
Oh, wow. They can match. Yeah, he had both 1 seeds. Got robbed.
Yep.
Special teams got him.
How about Rodgers to be the MVP?
Oh, I can't. This can't continue.
Actually, would you take some on Boswell in case they made a deep run? How many kickers do you want? Myers?
Definitely Myers.
I think that, again, come Super Bowl week, he'll be a huge number.
Hello, the Indy game. He hit 6 in that game.
That's right.
And a lot of them were bombs.
By the way, I'll ask you the question right now in the audience. If you have access, because I had definitely not seen that in Nevada yet. If you have access to Super Bowl MVP numbers, do you see kickers listed right now?
Mm-hmm.
On X at VSiN Live at Mitch Moss Radio, Pauly Howard.
What's the best game out of the 6 for props this week? Is it Bills Jags?
I think it might be. Yeah. Let me check the Jacksonville weather, because in theory,
It's going to
be a good weather game.
Well, right.
And it's got, obviously high total to it. Could it be Bears-Packers?
I don't see that. MGM has MVP.
Do they? Okay.
Not after what we watched a couple weeks ago. No.
Oh, I think we could.
What?
Yeah, I think we could.
Well, what do you give him here? 20, 28, 24, 30,
yeah, of course.
31, 28?
Yes. Yeah, it could be good.
I think more so the Charger game. Chargers Patriots. Right off the bat, I have both quarterbacks, rushing yards over, longest rush, anytime touchdown. So many guys you can make a case for anytime touchdown. So many wide receivers could go off. You got to love the tight ends, Gadsden, Henry. There's a lot there.
I think that game has a potential to be out-unders. Chargers have a really good defense. Herbert was awful last year in the playoff game. New England's defense, nothing to sneeze at, but they can be had in the air, obviously. And what if the Chargers have absolutely no running game there and Herbert's just ineffective?
Don't you think Rams-Panthers could be kooky? We go back to the first meeting.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be, but
I mean, I could see it being high school. Can you believe we come in here that I couldn't stop Bryce Young? And McMillan has a big game. Bryce Young plays well. It's a back and forth.
I'm more than a little leery here about the Rams defense.
You have to be. Yes.
By the way, 66, mostly cloudy. Only a 5% chance of rain right now in Jacksonville coming up. So, pretty good weather there. Do you have futures in pocket right now?
Packers, Texans.
Both Super Bowl or conference?
Super Bowl. Oh, sorry, one's conference.
Okay. Well, would you take that?
I have a Denver conference. I have a Denver 14-1 conference. Houston future. Green Bay is also conference. And that has got away from us here.
Yeah. Well, full disclosure here. I played one round of a blackjack tournament 2 weeks ago here at Circa.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking I would just go, I wanted a really high ceiling. I was going to play super high to see if I could have one great round and maybe finish high in the draft. And the loser was supposed to get free play. Well, somebody backed out of the tournament, so I was automatically in it. So I only made one round. I finished last.
Well, what'd you do?
Jacksonville fell to me at number 12.
Get out of here.
That's why I'm a little afraid about this weekend.
What were the odds?
25-1.
Get out.
Yeah, they fell. Yeah.
Oh, my
They were on the board
God.
at number 12, so I took them.
That's nuts. After what they did at Denver? Had that game been played yet?
I got to go back and look at the exact
that's
timeline.
great.
I think it was.
Derek Stevens later in the week, contest update. I felt terrible for the people who had Cincinnati and Survivor.
Man.
2 defensive touchdowns. That game is over. I had him on teasers too, but I mean, they are driving to go up 2 scores, and he throws another pick 6. And then Taylor's going for 2 in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And they lose that game on a walk-off field goal.
So it's my
That
understanding
took a person out, and-
that entry was also 19-1 last year. They made it to the final week and lost.
Oh, my God, I didn't know that.
But also, did you see this, by the way? Heavy poker influence
Yeah, that's not good.
for the final 6 people that were in there.
I know. Like four of the winners were poker players.
Mm-hmm.
Coin Hop takes it down, 60-29-1. $1 million winner for the millions. He wins the tiebreaker over Bison Sports Cards. And we'll talk to Ryan and the crew. Met them before the show yesterday. What is it? G Syndicate? What's it called?
I believe so, yeah. GC?
G Syndicate?
Yeah.
They won the Booby.
You see what they went yesterday?
Yeah, 5-0. Everything, and then they had it wrapped up by the early games. The first 2 games were losers, or in their case, winners. Tried to do the opposite.
Right.
Pick losers, and it didn't even matter because the common plays and no one could catch them. So they win the 100,000, and maybe they can up that. And I like what one guy said. If we have a better percentage than the actual winner, there should be a bonus. It's hard to pick losers.
No doubt.
And they did an incredible job. 25-64-1 for the last place Booby.
Good for them.
Wow, that's nuts.
Yeah, I met them after the show yesterday. Great couple of dudes from Indiana.
Bears fan? One of them's a Bears fan.
Yeah, I was talking to them about their strategy and when they realized, they're like kind of early on, where we just had a couple of bad beats right away and put up, some bad records. They're like, why don't we just try to go for the Booby? And they did, and they pivoted, and man, oh man, they got super hot down the stretch. Never got there in the quarterly, but doesn't matter. You finish out strong yesterday by going 5-0 with all your. They just
what was the entry in the Booby for the? Was it 3-22? Yeah, Money Moose took it down.
Kimmy didn't have a good week.
They had a tough Well, they
were 1-19.
They had Tampa. They had Carolina.
Yeah, Carolina.
Tough one. It won that
that's
backdoor
right.
cover. But how about that run? 3-22 ATS run.
Wow.
They took it down for the quarter. Oh, this stuff is great.
By the way, we did great job by Luke, our producer. He did find MVP odds of the Super Bowl for kickers. Some of them are available. We'll tell you those numbers and get to our in-pocket plays coming up here on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it, take it, take it. bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day.
No way.
I'll give you 3-to-1 odds.
Nope. 5-1. Nope.
10-to-1.
You're on.
Recap more of the props that cast throughout the season tomorrow. Also some great stuff. I can't get over what Myles Garrett did, considering the Browns faced the third fewest passes this year. And this, if the Giants are 8-30 in their last 38 games, 4 of the 8 wins were in week 17 or 18 when they've been eliminated. And you're only playing for draft positioning. You can't make it up.
I would want that job.
Oh, God.
Actually. Would you not? There's a lot of hope in New York.
Yeah, that's fair.
Stefanski's a short shot to get that job.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens with Harbaugh. All right. The Service at God Country Corps does it again. Service Academy's 20-3 ATS running the Bulls. Navy from 4 up to 7.5. Blowout Cincinnati. Saints plus 3.5. Winner. Patriots first half. Again, winner. Been so good in the first half this year. Rams 7.5. Blew out Arizona. Falcons first quarter. Winner. Saints closed 2-15 ATS in the first. Never had the lead at the end of the first quarter the whole year. The Caleb Williams stuff didn't get there. Couldn't get the first Bears quarterback to have 4,000 yards. I don't know what that was. Shut out through 3 quarters at home. Broncos 12.5 routed the Chargers. Myers over 1.5 made field goals. Winner. McCaffrey, the drop was big. The drop gets us there. It gets to 40 yards. It also was the only turnover of the game, which was 12-1. Killed me. Would have cashed the 12-1 on that too. And he only had 2 carries for 3 yards in the first quarter.
You should come back and fire on some of those matchups in the playoffs. No turnover.
Yeah, they pay well. Those are big prices. They cashed in the Bills-Jets game. Of course, the Jets aren't going to get a turnover, right? Teaser, Bills and Vikings, no problem. This was in, I think, October, Luke, November. Broncos to get the 1 seed, 5-1 winner. Saints to have the fewest points on the season, loser. I think it was the Raiders. Lions win total under, winner. The Eagles under, winner. Niners to get the 1 seed, be in the summer, no good. And the Houston, Jacksonville, Indy, Tennessee, exacta 9. Damn. They went Jacksonville, Houston, Indianapolis, Tennessee. So had the exacta wrong with the AFC South. Stafford MVP plus 310. Bet that last week. He's now the favorite. Bears, Packers under 47.5. The pending. And the new plays as we're on the wild card weekend. Steelers plus 3.5 Monday night. Panthers plus 10.5. Patriots 3.5. And Patriots first half against the Chargers. Again, those numbers on the Patriots in the first half. Where'd I put it? 14-3 ATS this year. 16-1-1 on the money line. First half. Go get them.
Have a week, Pauly. All right. Bad Friday for me. I'll start with the losers. Ball and Kneppel did not have a game on Friday night. I had Ball over 19.5 points. Kneppel made 3 threes. Those were losers. I bet Drake made most passing yards 16-1. If he didn't have 155 in that game against Buffalo, I think he had a chance to do it. Regardless, that was a loser. Ravens AFC North. Bucks NFC South, loser. Plus 235 that paid on a division parlay.
All Tampa future related. Oh, man, division and over the win total, everything. I mean, they're 6-2, and they're getting guys back.
Right. I was, that Bears-Lions game, I have to go back and rewatch it this week.
That was weird.
Like, what happened with every time I looked up again, 3 and out. They could never get anything going offensively to begin that game. And it was like Lions going on long drives every single time, and Williams never had a chance to go over 236.5 passing yards yesterday.
Are you okay
Needed overtime.
Yeah, I know. Are you okay with what Sirianni? I don't have a problem with it. People are angry, but well, he's not going to know that the Bears are going to lose, even though it's a close point spread. But
you mean with like not caring about the game?
Not playing people, yeah. Going for the 2 seed.
Oh, they already hosted the Bears and did not go well in that game.
Uh-huh.
So maybe, like to your point, maybe it's better that they're going to be playing on the road potentially.
He
if they
thinks
have to play
rest was so important there. That's fine.
I'm okay with that. Gillespie did go over 2.5 made threes on Friday night, and Derrick Henry last night did go over 18.5 carries. Had 15 in the first half. Turned into a sweat with how that game unfolded. Win totals: Vikings over 8.5.
Rocking share.
Easy. Rams over 9.5. That got there. Win totals were good. I don't know. I didn't have Broncos in pocket, but that was a winner as well. So 3-0 at the NFL win totals this year. Pending, Stafford twice MVP, plus 310 and plus 270. And I'll throw another one on the board right now. Maybe the best bet is Ted McMillan, no, to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. But I'll take Jackson Dart 12-1 to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
That would be something.
He's got the New York playing for the Giants in that market baked into it. His overall numbers on the year, when you look at it, first of all, can you believe he played that many games? And now this is way different than betting him today at the end of the season than it was weeks ago when he was hurt with the concussion, and he was 2-1 still. But he came back, played well, 12-1. This to me has Jackson Merrill written all over it with McMillan's number to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Good call by you. I hated what the Bills did again. Don't tell me Josh Allen good to go 2 years in a row, ready to play. One snap and out.
Yeah, that's why
that's dirty.
That's why Books didn't post his stuff.
Yeah, that's dirty.
I'll give you another one.
I know, but that's
final week of the regular season next year, depending on the scenario. You have to love Dan Campbell.
Yep.
Go back 4 years ago, made it a point they were out of the playoffs, wanted to beat Green Bay to keep them out. They did. Last year against the Vikings, had to have it for the 1 seed. Awesome in that game. Got the job done. And again, what they had to play for yesterday other than pride? But it meant a lot to them, and they got there against the Bears.
Every organization and coach is different.
Yeah.
Look what the Cowboys did. They punted on the game. First time ever a Dallas quarterback could have led the league in passing yards. They pulled Dak early.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't get it. We talk all the time about making smart bets, and smart advertisers are doing the same thing with Mission Media. If you want real results, Mission Media connects your brand with audiences that actually engage. Premium podcasts, connected TV to data-driven digital campaigns. They deliver measurable ROI. And as VSiN's exclusive ad partner, Mission Media gives you direct access to one of the most loyal, action-oriented sports audiences anywhere. Your brand deserves more than impressions. It deserves influence. Get started at vsin.com/advertise or email advertising@vsin.com.
All right. I don't think sportsbooks will change these odds drastically when the Super Bowl matchup gets here. We were talking about kickers to win the MVP of the Super Bowl this year. Great job by Luke. He found this. Right now, you can get Cam Little or Jason Myers as high as 500-1. And the audience chiming in right now, these numbers will not be there come Super Bowl week. Boswell and Fairbairn can be had right now at 1,000-1 to win Super Bowl MVP.
Uh-huh.
Those are 4 kickers we're talking about right now.
Guy made 6. Fairbairn made 6 field goals and is on that 27-3 overrun. And 1.5.
Yeah, I would not be overly concerned with Myers, the game that he had the other night. It's only one game. Yeah. I think if you look at the entire season in totality, it was absolutely phenomenal.
He's been good from a prop standpoint, too. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how many other kickers you want to look at.
What, this Fairbairn thing? He does it in the first quarter.
I know.
He's cashing these tickets in the first quarter.
Yep.
And for much of the year, he was plus money.
Well, imagine, I get it. It's still bettable at those numbers, but if they never changed and they still made him plus money like the entire year before they caught on.
That's like the Jets discussion. Well, if you bet every quarterback not to throw an interception and roll it over, you'd be up $250,000.
Well, but the problem is you're not going to be able to roll it over because.
That's right.
Yeah.
What do you need? Give me $100,000 on Allen not to throw a pick.
Sure, no problem. This is from Shooter's Tour on X. Any idea what the exacta was for the NFC North? It was the complete opposite of last year.
Yes.
How good is that?
Yes, that's a great one. Yes, that's great. Lions last place. Ooh, that's a big boy. Bears, Packers, Vikings, Lions.
I mean, just like doing a parlay, but doing a parlay, and books won't let you do this, but doing a parlay of Bears to finish in first, Lions to finish in last. That would have been huge.
Yeah, good call. Let's send them in. Get them ready tomorrow. Mitch and Pauly's Pizzeria tip jar, ftm@vsin.com. Tweet at us as well. Regular season's over. What did you cash? What do you still have going? Drop it in the tip jar. Email the show. Your play, name, and state, ftm@vsin.com. We'll do that tomorrow. And I'm sure there's some juicy ones that are out there in light of what happened with the futures wrapping up.
Yeah, this is trending on X right now. JSN and Nakua's epic stats fuel NFL Offensive Player of the Year debate. Trending on X. Puka had 9 fewer total yards, 1 more touchdown, and he had 10 more catches.
And one guy's 3,000. minus 3,000.
Maybe there's a play there in Nakua. I have him 16-1 already, but so I don't want to add any more on him. I have nothing on JSN, so it's a loser if he takes it down.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for us. Stay tuned. Primetime next. 4 full hours. Into Catching Out with Dustin Sweetelson. And you can wake up early tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern Time with Dave and Jensen. VSiN by the books. Good luck with your bets tonight.